Recently, Kanye West claimed to have picked up an unreleased adult film tape of his estranged wife Kim Kardashian and her then-boyfriend Ray J. Kanye said that after watching Kim kiss Pete at Saturday Night Live right in front of him, he immediately hopped on a red-eye to get the laptop from him.
And kissed the dude you dating right in front of me. And everybody's like, oh, that's cool. After I went and got the laptop from Ray J myself that night.
On an episode of a podcast called Bootleg Kev, Ray J's former manager, Wack 100, made the bold claim of suggesting that he was in possession of another Kim Kardashian tape. Wack said in the episode, "We got part 2 on the laptop and it's never been seen. We'd love for you to have it. It'd be a great personal private NFT. I would never give it to anybody but Kanye because it's the mother of his children." Kanye then said that Kim became emotional after he brought her the tape. He goes on to say, "I gave it to her and she cried when she saw it. You know why she cried when she saw the laptop? Because it represents how much she's been used. It represents how much people didn't love her and just saw her as a commodity." However, in a new statement to Page 6, Kim K has dismissed the notion that there was another adult video involving her and Ray J. A spokesperson for Kim did confirm that a laptop was given to her, but they denied the existence of any explicit content that Kanye alleged was on the computer. The statement reads, "The computer and hard drive collected were supposed to contain the original video and any unseen footage. After review, there was nothing sexual unseen, only footage on the plane on the way to Mexico and footage at a club and restaurant on the same trip." Kim remains firm in her belief that there is no new second tape that exists. After 20 years, she truly wishes to move on from this chapter and focus instead on the positive things she continues to do as a mother, entrepreneur, and advocate for justice reform. But even with saying that and clearly laying out that the tape does not exist, a source also told the press that Kim was very emotional when Kanye showed up with a computer and hard drive. Then they're quoted as saying, "Kim was and still is truly grateful to Kanye for getting it back. The tape cost her a lot of pain and continues to haunt her to this day. Even though they are no longer together as a couple, they remain aligned with the same concerns about how this content that continues to be used against her will affect their 4 young kids in the future." Now, this could be though more mind games from Kanye West, because back in September when Wack 100 made the claim, Ray J even responded and said that the rumor just wasn't cool. In an Instagram caption, Ray J wrote, "This ain't cool. I've been staying off the radar, just staying focused and being humble and thankful for all the blessings I'm receiving. How can I show growth and maturity if this kind of stuff keeps happening? I'm a father now and my job is to be a great parent and put them first. This is not the message I want to send out." So why Wack would start this rumor and then tell Kanye to make it into an NFT is beyond me, but I'm thinking it's another case of clout chasing and another opportunity for Kanye to embarrass Kim after he felt embarrassed by her kissing Pete Davidson in front of him at SNL. But those are just my thoughts. Kardashian fans are feeling heartbroken right now after an older clip of Kanye West resurfaced online that shows him supporting Kim's dream of becoming a lawyer. Before their messy 2021 divorce, Kanye was featured in an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. In the clip, Kim seemed visibly nervous about the idea of starting her new law career and having a 4th child, but she was instantly supported by her then husband Kanye. As he sat there calm and collected, he helped her think through managing her time and truly put on display just how much he believed in her. When Kim started to say that she doesn't know what she was going to do, adding, "It's a lot of work. I just don't know if I want to take time away from the kids and you." And in response, Kanye gently said, "Once you manage your time, you'll be able to give attention to me, attention to the kids, and attention to the law, which you're so passionate about. You know what's fire about that and why we're blessed to be able to get the mentors? It's beautiful. It's like your dad." Kim would later say in the confessional portion of the show that from day one, Kanye had pushed her to do what she wanted to do. So the fact that he was supporting her on this journey brought her a lot of confidence. Kanye even joked in the later half of the clip saying, "Maybe you can find somebody to get me out of some of my effed up deals." Then joking and bragging about the future, he said, "My wife a lawyer now." Many Kardashian fans flooded the comments of the newly resurfaced 2019 clip and said that they really miss Kim and Kanye being together. One fan writes, "We miss Kanye. Kanye really understands Kim and her feelings and knows how to talk to her. Although with Kanye's recent behavior, this ship has pretty much sailed. I'm sure he's a great father, but I just don't think with the way that things are now that we could ever see these two getting back together." In almost every interview that he's done as of late, Kanye has tried to take some sort of a shot at his ex and even commented on her parenting in his latest song. He also rapped about wanting to beat up Pete Davidson. Not exactly the way you'd prove to your ex that you're a changed man. Another sort of problematic thing he's doing is releasing his latest album, Donda 2, on a very tragic day for Kim. Donda 2 is set to drop on February 22nd, 2022, which just so happens to be the birthday of Kim's late father, Robert Kardashian Sr. The former lawyer tragically passed away in September of 2003 at the age of 59 following a battle with cancer. I don't know how much thought he put into the release beyond it falling on a date with so many twos in it, but I really doubt that Kim is going to be pleased when she finds out. Apparently, Kim Kardashian has had enough of Kanye West and his constant attacks. As you know, Kanye has been doing interviews where he said disparaging comments about his ex and her parenting style, or lack thereof, I should say. There was also the birthday fiasco where he claimed that Kim's security was trying to keep him away from seeing his children. Now she has decided to set the record straight as she accuses Kanye of manipulating the narrative of their divorce. This clapback from Kim, however, comes after Kanye posted a screenshot of his daughter on TikTok, tagged Kim, and said in the caption, "Since this is my first divorce, I need to know what I should do about my daughter being put on TikTok against my will." And during his interview with Jason Lee on Hollywood Unlocked, Kanye claimed that she was letting North wear lipstick and do TikTok videos just to antagonize him. Wanting to send a message to Kim and the rest of her team, he said, "There's two things I said to her. Tell her security not gonna be in between me and my kids, and also tell her don't have my daughter wearing lipstick on TikTok, and don't have her TikTok at all if I don't approve that. And I said it after it was done without me knowing." For those of you who don't know, Kim and North started a TikTok page together and currently have just over 5 million followers, although the account does say managed by an adult, which I'm assuming has to be Kim double checking that every TikTok going out is fine. Although Kim is starting to believe that what's actually more harmful for their daughter isn't TikTok at all, it's these attacks by Kanye. Finally addressing the situation regarding North's TikTok page, Kim said in an Instagram post, "Kanye's constant attacks on me in interviews and on social media is actually more hurtful than any TikTok North might create. As the parent who is the main provider and caregiver for our children, I am doing my best to protect our daughter while also allowing her to express her creativity in the medium that she wishes with adult supervision, because it brings her happiness. Divorce is difficult enough on our children, and Kanye's obsession with trying to control and manipulate our situation so negatively and publicly is only causing further pain for all. From the beginning, I have wanted nothing but a healthy and supportive co-parenting relationship because it is what is best for our children, and it saddens me that Kanye continues to make it impossible every step of the way. I wish to handle all matters regarding our children privately, and hopefully he can finally respond to the third attorney he has had in the last year to resolve any issues amicably." And I really don't think that Kanye likes to handle anything privately, but hopefully for the sake of his kids, he can see why this is such an issue. I get that he wants to protect his kids from the dangers that exist on TikTok, but there needs to be more communication happening offline if that's the case. If he truly had concerns, he would have gone through his attorney instead of adding more fuel to the fire. Kanye also said in that Hollywood Unlocked interview, "And then it happened again, so I feel like it's poking the bear or trying to antagonize me or create this crazy narrative." But when it comes to narratives, Kanye can't actually believe that he is a victim here. He's constantly trying to get out a narrative and even criticize Kim's parenting styles in his latest song called Easy. In the song, he claims that their kids are being left with nannies and watched by the Kardashian TV crew. In the lyric, he says, "I got love for the nannies, but real family is better. The cameras watch the kids, y'all stop taking the credit."
This just in, the Kanye and Kim drama is getting hotter and hotter, with Kanye West claiming that Kim has accused her of putting a hit out on her. That is absolutely wild. The tea is burning in today's video. Buckle your seatbelts, everyone. But you know the drill. Before we begin, smash that like button and subscribe to IO to stay up to date on all the latest news and more. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan. Let's get on into it. The feud between Kim Kardashian and Kanye West is getting hot. It all started after their ongoing dispute about their daughter North using TikTok. Kanye isn't happy about that, and he says she's being on TikTok against his will. On February 4th, Kim took to Instagram claiming that Kanye attacked her after he created a post saying that North is being put on TikTok by Kim against his will. The account was launched in November of 2021, and it's a joint TikTok account with Kim. Kim posted, and I quote, "Kanye's constant attacks on me in interviews and on social media is actually more hurtful than any TikTok North might create." She continued on saying, "As the parent who is the main provider and caregiver for our children, I am doing my best to protect our daughter, while also allowing her to express her creativity in the medium that she wishes with adult supervision, because it brings her happiness." She then goes on to talk about Kanye's obsession to try and control and manipulate her and the family. And now everything has gotten much worse. Just today, February 6th, Kanye West posted a series of photos on his Instagram in regards to this situation. In one of the captions for the photos, Kanye says that Kim accused him of putting a hit out on her. The picture is of Kanye texting someone asking for Kim's number. The caption, in all caps, reads, Kim accused me of putting a hit out on her. So let me get this straight. I begged to go to my daughter's party and I'm accused of being on drugs. Then I go play with my son and I take my Akira graphic novels and I'm accused of stealing. Now I'm being accused of putting a hit out on her. These ideas can actually get someone locked up. They play like that with black men's lives, whether it's getting them free or getting them locked up. I'm not playing about my black children anymore. End of quote. A couple of hours later, he uploaded another photo onto his Instagram, and we see that he is texting Larry Jackson for Kim's number. In the post, he thanks him for giving him Kim's number. Just hours before the post, Kanye talked more about the TikTok situation. In the post, he shares screenshots from his text message conversation with Kim's cousin. In the text, her cousin claims to be on Kanye's side about the whole TikTok fiasco. She says that she's a single mom and gets where he's coming from. She too wants to keep her kids off of TikTok. In the second slide, it seems like she had an ulterior motive. Kanye captioned this photo, and I quote, "This is an example of Kim's cousin agreeing with me about TikTok, then proceeding to ask me for some Yeezys afterwards." Her other cousin, Kara, called me saying she agreed with me, then said she would speak out publicly, which she never did. Then she suggested I take medication. My dad didn't have money or a public voice when my mom destroyed me and his relationship. I do this for every parent on either side whose kids' futures are being one-sidedly controlled. I don't even have the right to get angry as a father without being called erratic. I gave that family the culture. If they as a whole unit keep playing games with me, I will take that culture back. A father should never have to beg for the location of their children. Now, a lot of Kanye's followers are on his side and are rooting for him in this situation. And as you can see, it's getting really crazy really fast. But also, what happened to Kim to think that Kanye put a hit out on her? Or is she just lying about it all to get full custody of their kids? This is a serious accusation. A lot of people are concerned for both parties and think that it's best for them to deal with this in private with lawyers than in public on social media. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Starting off this list in our number 10 spot, we have the Barbara Walters interview. While we have known and loved the Kardashians for years, we all remember well the controversy that really kick-started their journey into superstardom, and while it's been years since it happened, people still like to bring it up, sometimes even directly to Kim herself, which is sure to bring forth quite an uncomfortable moment. In 2011, Kim, Kris, Khloe, and Kourtney all sat down with Barbara Walters for an interview, and Barbara most certainly didn't hold back. During the interview, Barbara said,
"You are all often described as famous for being famous. You don't really act, you don't sing, you don't dance, you don't have any, forgive me, any talent."
"Okay, Barbara, a little harsh, don't we think?" Khloe responded to the non-question by explaining that they're still entertaining people and that none of them think they have these talents that Barbara was asking about. Kim followed her up by saying, quote, "I think it's more of a challenge for you to go on a reality show and get people to fall in love with you for being you." After this, the conversation took an even more awkward turn when Barbara then brings up the infamous tape of Kim and asks her if she regrets making it. Kim was pretty calm and cool with her response, however, despite the awkward moment, and just replied with saying, quote, "I've made mistakes in my life for sure." In our number 9 spot today, we have the zip line. During an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, we saw a cute little family trip to Thailand, and we saw everyone go off on a fun adventure and go ziplining. I say fun, but it was clear that Kim was not having fun. While up in the treetops, Kim begins to regret her decision and urges Khloe to go first, which she does with no problem. This did absolutely nothing to calm Kim's nerves, and despite Caitlyn's words of encouragement, we'll call them, Kim has a meltdown and starts crying. At this point, Kim is kind of causing a scene, but those who are working the zip line explain to her that at this point, it's a one-way ticket kind of deal. I mean, I'm afraid of heights and falling, I get it, but there's one pretty quick way to get down. Just go. Kim later chalked up her emotional moment to thinking that instead of doing this activity, she should have been with her daughter, but others have called out this claim, saying that she often plays the quote mom card. What do you guys think about this? Do you think she has a point, or was she just trying to brush off her dramatic moment as something else. In our number 8 spot today we have the meme. Kim has had a ton of memeable moments. In fact, her face has been made into some of the most memorable memes that are out there, and while the infamous crying face meme is probably the most famous of all, the most awkward one is definitely that Yeezy shoot one. People compared Kim lying on a bed wearing a pair of Yeezys in the most awkward, uncomfortable pose to almost everything they could think of. A Toy Story outtake. Quote, "When you're told not to be dramatic." The chalk outline from GTA. Seriously, everything you can think of. I mean, it's all in good fun, and seriously, upon seeing it, how could you not? In our number 7 spot today we have Thanks for the Memories. Remember when Kim was in a Fall Out Boy music video? Just months before the launch of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim starred in the video for the band's iconic song, Thanks for the Memories. This video was of course from a time before Kim was as famous as she is now, but of course she was still majorly in the public eye. Aside from the entire video just being very early 2000s and hilarious to look back on, Kim is also seen in the video hanging out with a bunch of chimpanzees who also star in the video, which is so exceptionally random, not to mention how one of them is trying to charm her. That's just a bizarre music video plot, to be perfectly honest. This is a moment in time that likely makes Kim cringe a bit as she looks back, but it also seems like it might be a pretty fun memory as well. A little lighthearted cringe moment from 2007. We all have them. In our number 6 spot today we have Surf's Up. This awkward moment from Kim is coming to us in the form of a tweet that she sent out all the way back in 2010. While the tweet is just bizarre, especially considering the image of herself she likes to keep now, it also makes me laugh so hard every time I read it. The tweet reads, "Cowabunga, dudettes. I'm so pumped to be on this surfing kick. Who else surfs out there? Gnarly day in the H2O, riding waves." This is definitely a very random tweet, but also most of the replies to it are coming from 2015, so maybe it took 5 years for this tweet to blow up like it absolutely deserved to. In our number 5 spot today we have the Prince concert. Kim has had many iconic moments over the span of her career, but one of the most iconic and uncomfortable was when she was invited up on stage by the late, great Prince. While Prince is known for being one of the best musicians to have ever lived, he isn't someone who is known for messing about, and he definitely was known for telling it like it is. Also, when at a Prince concert, if he asks you to dance, he really means it. That is why it really wasn't all that surprising when he invited Kim up on stage at one of his concerts and she wouldn't dance, and then he proceeded to kick her off the stage. Maybe it was nerves, maybe it was the outfit and the sky-high heels, but whatever it is, Kim kind of froze when he invited her up. This most definitely was a little uncomfortable to watch. Just like many of these scenarios, Kim didn't take herself too seriously, and by the end of the show, she was up there dancing with a whole group of people. In our number 4 spot today, we have the prank. Remember when Kim was toying with the idea of eating her placenta after giving birth and her family made her feel bad about it? If you remember this, then you likely also remember the aftermath. Kim and Courtney, who was the only one who understood where Kim was coming from, decided to team up and play a little prank on the rest of the family. They cooked up a piece of meat, had everyone try it at dinner one night, and then revealed to them that it was placenta. In reality, it was just some beef, but the look on their faces is truly priceless. Is this prank disgusting? Kind of. Is it also hilarious? Definitely. In our number 3 spot today, we have the flower attack. Back in 2012, Kim was celebrating the launch of her, at the time, brand new fragrance, True Reflection, at an event which was meant to benefit the charity Dress for Success. During this event, as Kim walked down the carpet, an angry anti-fur protester walked up to her, yelled something at her, and then threw a bag of flour at her. At this point, point in time, Kim was coming under fire from PETA for wearing real fur clothing, which is likely what fueled this angry person's rage. This is definitely more awkward and uncomfortable for the person who chose to act this way, and they were especially lucky about how calm and cool Kim was about the entire thing. The protester was detained by hotel security shortly after the incident, but was released when Kim declined to press charges. Kim simply just dusted herself off and returned to the event. While a representative for PETA told TMZ that they weren't involved in the attack, they also issued a statement of support for the protester, saying that, quote, "whoever threw that flower may reach her when our polite appeals did not." I'm like all for not using fur, but like, we don't have to assault somebody, you know? In our number 2 spot today, we have KKW Body. Back in 2018, Kim was releasing her newest fragrance called KKW Body, and when the bottle was released, things quickly became controversial. For the design of the bottle, Kim used a model of her actual body, and even went as far as to release photos of herself covered in a clay mold. Fragrance enthusiasts just couldn't help but to notice the striking similarities between her bottle design and that of Jean-Paul Gaultier's 1993 fragrance called Classique, which is also in the shape of a woman's body. To make matters even more uncomfortable, Jean-Paul even seemed to address the controversy on the brand's Instagram while uploading a photo of the Classique bottle with a caption that read, quote, "keeping up with the fragrance's news, #Classique, #Jean-Paul Gaultier." Kim acknowledged the accusations, saying that while she appreciates the bottle, she drew her inspiration from somewhere else, citing sculptures as the main inspiration. In our number 1 spot today, we have Turn It Up. Like in the Barbara Walters interview we already talked about, for years Kim has been accused of having no talent, which is pretty rude, but she definitely showed us that singing is off the table when she released her debut single in 2011. Jam, Turn It Up. Yes, not all of us will remember this, but she really did dabble in the music industry, and thankfully it didn't last long. That's not to be mean to Kim, even she'll acknowledge that it probably wasn't her best moment. Looking back on it, she says, quote, "I can't even hear my voice. The things I've done are so embarrassing." The single came about when Kim was living in New York and was approached by The Dream. She was of course reluctant at first, but with a push from her then just friend, Kanye West, she took the leap, and we are left with an absolute masterpiece. Kim donated all of the proceeds from the song to charity and has said, quote, "it's definitely a memory and it was a fun experience, but if there's one thing in life that I wish I didn't do, I don't like it when people kind of dabble into things they shouldn't be, and that I don't think I should have. Like, what gave me the right to think I could be a good singer? Like, I don't have a good voice." There is nothing better than when Kim laughs at her own past decisions. I love when we can all just join in on the fun together.